Hi everyone, welcome. I'm so happy to have you all. Let's get into this. I have decided to do a full moon energetic reading. So if you hi Brianne, nice to see you. Welcome. Um, if you are a member, you get to ask me a specific question and I'll answer it like a personal question regarding tarot. Otherwise, we're just going to talk charts and break down the full moon, what you can do to enhance the full moon energy. I always get my, I call her my lady friend, who is my menstrual on the full moon. So I sometimes get quite emotional. I think that's why I just cried on the live. So if you saw that, I mean, there's no shame in crying. I'm just saying that I got very emotional. Also, talking about the subject we're talking about gets me emotional. So today, 17th of October, is the full moon. I'm going to read this from Moon Omens. I found this really cool website that talks about the full moon and full moon in Aries. So if you don't know anything about full moon, the opposite of the zodiac sun sign that we're in at that time, we get the full moon of the opposite sign. So we are in currently the sun sign of Libra. So the full moon is the opposite of that, which is Aries. So with the super full moon, it is a super full moon. That's why it's very powerful. I can actually feel it. I've been feeling it for past 2 days. I don't know if you guys feel it too. It feels very heavy, very energetic. Very strong energetic energy will come after this. So you might want to sleep a lot tonight. In fact, also, what I'm going to do, if you're single, like I am, or you are interested in enhancing your romantic life, have a rose quartz. My sister got me this really beautiful rose quartz. Have a rose quartz under your bed and journal tonight and write down, or under your pillow, excuse me, and write down exactly what you want in a partner. I'm gonna do it tonight, and we'll see what happens with the results. The last time I did it, I actually ended up in a very healthy relationship with a beautiful person. So, yeah, I highly recommend doing it. I was listening to Katy Perry the other day, and she reminded me, she was on Call Her Daddy, and I was listening to her interview on the way to New York when I was on the plane. I was like, you know what? I should start doing that again. I used to do that. Beyonce says, I've loved learning about moon phases ever since. Yes, right? It was a little girl. I mean, you are Sun and Pisces. That's what I love about Sun and Pisces. We connect so heavily on things like this. Pisces is ruled by the moon. So most Pisces are into the underworld, you know? Not ruled by the moon, excuse me. Moon is your tarot card. You're ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. And Neptune is the god of the underworld. I'm so into the underworld. My North Node is in Pisces, so that's why this stuff gets me like, I love the supernatural and the occult. It's very fascinating. Okay, so this event invites us to tap into our inner strength and transform challenges into growth opportunities. Despite not being an eclipse, this full moon is a powerful one. Besides representing the peak of a lunar cycle that began 2 weeks ago with the new moon solar eclipse in Libra, also marks the culmination of a larger 6-month cycle that started on April 8th, 2024, with the new moon total solar eclipse in Aries. I don't know if you guys remember that. And everybody was like, oh, did you catch the full moon? The new moon, eclipse, it was like in the afternoon. I didn't actually, I was working and I didn't catch it at all. But anyways, people kept like literally at work afterwards, like, did you catch that? I'm like, I'm not catching anything. I'm so focused on work, but I need to catch these things more. I just get so focused on certain things I forget. But this is a super full moon. The moon is closer to us than usual and it appears bigger and brighter than a regular full moon. I noticed that last night. I went to the park. I go on my walk to the park. Sometimes I go roller skating, and I'm so close. I'm so grateful. I live close to the beach, so I went to the beach, and there's like a bunch of yachts and stuff like that. Like right under. the yachts were like right under the full moon, so it was really cool to see. I should have taken a picture. I'm not the best photo taker. So, due to the moon's proximity and increased gravitational pull on tides, these events are typically felt more intensely. Yes, I have definitely felt it more intensely. I don't know if you guys have felt it, but things feel very intense. And that could also explain what happened with Liam Payne yesterday. It could really explain it. So, my moon is in Taurus. Interesting. So, you are the type, I highly recommend journaling how you feel. If you do journal, I've been talking to my women friends a lot about cycle. Yes. So this is really cool. In fact, I'm thinking about building this app, integrating it into an app I'm already building that talks about like cycles and how it affects your intuition. So I don't know if you guys would be interested in that, but I love moon cycles. I have to hire an astrologer to help me. So it's so fascinating because they say if you're like shamans have the menstrual on the full moon. For most of my life, I've had my menstrual on my full moon. Whenever it's a full moon, I usually have like a day or two within there, which is very interesting. So this event is especially relevant for the individuals born with natal planets on angles around the 24 degrees of a cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. They will feel this full moon more strongly and are more likely to experience significant changes in their lives. As a chapter of their healing journey comes to completion, they have opportunities to reflect on the past months, acknowledge their growth, and free themselves from what doesn't serve them. So I say that for everybody, really. I think it's very important to heal yourselves. I've journaled good. I'm sure it's helped you a lot. Any moon signs in Earth placements, you generally need to journal your feelings because they can get stuck. Sometimes water signs too, but mostly Earth. Writing frees Earth signs of a lot of things that build up. Okay, I think with water signs, it's more crying, not in a bad way, but Earth signs tend to be less criers and more writers. So, super more for Aries, warm emotions. I've definitely felt that. In fact, I've been feeling very emotional the past 2 days. It's not even about things. I mean, yes, just now it was serious, but other than that, I just have felt very emotional. So full moons mark the peak point of a lunar cycle. At this time of the month, the sun and moon are directly facing one another. So what I mentioned, and the light of the sun illuminates our inner emotional world. Every full moon brings our attention to what is unresolved, unfelt, and unacknowledged, and offers us opportunities to acknowledge and feel it. Clarity is more easily accessible at this time of the month, and what was previously hidden from our awareness is revealed. It's very interesting to me. Last night, I have a blog that I write on, and I had a story about. It's a long story, but if you want to check it out, check out my blog. But I had distanced myself from somebody that I was close to who had hurt me, and I chose to take the higher route, and I started to do so lots of healing on myself. And I just felt this urge to write about it last night. So I spent last night writing it, and it's just interesting that they spoke about that because I think this is a perfect time to really get things out there, to feel it. Emotions are heightened when the moon is full, and even more so when the moon is transiting through instinctual, impulsive fire signs such as Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. When the moon is in Aries, we tend to experience a palpable feeling of urgency, along with the strong need for stimulation, novelty, and immediate action. So please, if you guys drink or indulge in substances, please be careful, because this is one of those times that you might overdo it a little bit. That just got explain it. Palpable feeling of urgency, strong emotions when we deal with substances makes us kind of want to indulge more. I don't drink. I don't really do any substances anymore. But I have felt when I did drink, I have felt that there were some times. In fact, the last time that I drank it was around a full moon, I remember that. It was in March. So the opposite of Aries is Libra. Interesting. It was because it was the end of March in 2023. Interesting. And I did something I didn't want to do because I didn't drink too much, but I felt the alcohol. I had 2 drinks and I felt like I drank too much, even though I used to have 2 drinks frequently. It affected me in a different way. That's what I'm saying with full moons. So just be careful of that. Every full moon brings our attention to 2 opposing and complementary signs, and this month, Aries Libra axis is in the spotlight, which brings our attention to how we harmonize independence and interdependence, freedom and connection, autonomy and togetherness. So that's very powerful, that statement right there. So I'm going to start a reading right now. I'm going to use the Star Child Tarot. If you have any questions about yourself, if you're not a member, please don't become a member because they're only for members. But if you have like a chart question, like Brianna, I think you had a chart question, that's fine, I'll answer it. But if it's tarot, it is for members only. So I'm going to pull a general energy reading. I'm going to do career, love, and well-being. So if it resonates with you, you can take it. If it doesn't, you can leave it. So career, love, well-being. Okay. So career, Queen of Pentacles. So you are coming into a lot. You're doing something that has the potential to make you a lot of money, but you're kind of scared. I can relate a lot, trust me. But you know when you have imposter syndrome, you're like, okay, when I make this much money, I'm going to do this. So now it's becoming real. Your dream of making money, you're putting in the action, you're doing the work. But you know they say a lot of people, when they get a lot of money and they don't know how to use it, they lose it. If you don't change your mentality, I see that happening with you here. You might want to go sober. You might want to clear your energy, rethink some friends in your life, release some people that ask you for money, that kind of stuff. And there's a difference between like borrowing money, you know, we'll have to borrow here and there. But people that don't reciprocate, don't pay you back, stuff like that, you might want to distance yourself from them. Because the more they see you succeed, the less happy they're going to be for you. You're going to see a lot of change in people around you. And unfortunately, some of it's not going to be good. So with love, 6 of Cups, there is somebody from your past. Let's see who this person is. Who wants to tell you something. That you isolated them. They feel far away from you. They might physically be far away from you, but they feel far away from you. Okay, they want to tell you, wow, the Lovers, 9 of Swords, King of Cups, they want to tell you that they've matured and grown. Some of you, this has been a very long time you've spoken to this person. They might have Gemini energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's been a very long time since you spoke to them. And they want to tell you that it's been agonizing. Things might have ended really badly, or you might have just like disappeared. You isolate yourself from them. Because maybe if it didn't even end badly, there was a situation where you felt like you couldn't express yourself. And so this person's coming around back in December. I get December, they're going to come around. Some of you, it's like they might be celebrating a birthday. So it might be a Sagittarius or a Capricorn. But they're going to say, or Christmas. But they're celebrating something and they're going to be like, I remember we used to celebrate things together. They want to start sassy. They want to start anew. They've had time to think. Perspective, Wheel of Fortune. They've had time to think, and they think you are their soulmate. Now, let's see what they're going to say to you. Because, you know, I always say this. I don't believe in going back to exes, okay? But if the person has changed, I strongly believe in change and growth, like honoring that. They really have changed and grown. That's different. But how will you be able to see if they've changed or grown? Let's see how they will present themselves to you. Okay, are they being genuine? No, no, they are not genuine. Ace of Swords, Five of Swords, Nine of Wands. No, they're still going to be very guarded. This person's problem was that they had a problem being vulnerable. They had a problem expressing themselves, and they had a problem being humble. That explains the sword energy. I get that, like, they're very critical of you. They think about you a lot, but like not in a bad way, but think that, like, okay, well, I don't know how to explain it, but they just have a god complex. This person has a god complex, and they kind of want to come back into your life to prove you wrong. You know, I think you might have told them about themselves before this separation. They're like, I'm not like that. You're wrong about me. But for crystals, you can see right through it. You're gonna see right through it. This person has no genuine intentions to come out, and it's up to you. I mean, you'll be able to tell if they are the type of person where they say sorry. First, they lead with an apology, and they lead with, I'm sorry for A, B, and C. Then you'll know. But if they just come, oh, okay, I'm sorry I hurt you. Okay, why did you hurt me? What did you say? And if they want to have a full conversation, if you start to open up the conversation box and they're like, oh, I didn't come for here after this, or they use the word drama, stuff like that, they're not ready to be back in your life. Just know that. Okay. So I'm going to end the live soon. Unless anybody has any questions. Brianna, I think you had a question. And I wish all of you luck. I mean, I want to say this. I am taking tarot readings. I am doing tarot readings again. So if you want to book one, you can DM me. My website, I need to fix my website because I haven't. When I was in school, I wasn't taking clients. I was just doing my own clients. I wasn't taking new clients, but now I'm taking new clients. So if you're interested, you can write a comment or DM me. If you want a personal reading, yeah, and I'd be more than happy to do one for you. Does anybody have any questions to end off, or is that it? I'm going to edit the videos, and I will be getting to you soon. So my Venus is in Capricorn, my Pluto's in Scorpio. Okay, my Pluto's in Scorpio too. So Pluto, being a Scorpio, changes every 30 to 35 years, I believe. So Pluto and Scorpio just generally means that you, as with a lot of people that have Pluto and Scorpio, this generation and the generation above us, I believe, I think it was from 1976, they said, to 2000, 35 years. So 2001? No, 2013. Interesting. Is that right? We should get a math. I'm so tired right now. Can't calculate properly because I've been doing readings for 3 hours. No, 4 hours. But Pluto and Scorpio. Pluto rules Scorpio. So it just means that you tend to be secretive about certain things. You don't like people knowing too much about you. It also depends where else you have Scorpio in your chart, or if you have fixed energy. Because if you have Pluto and Scorpio, but you also have fire sign, you have a lot of strong fire, that doesn't really bother you. It doesn't really affect your personality. But for me, my Pluto and Scorpio does affect my personality because I'm a Sun in Aquarius. I have a lot of fixed placements. And Aquarius in general, we don't like people knowing about us. So it amplifies that aspect of it. And we're kind of drawn to the secret world. That's why a lot of our generation is very into astrology, that's why, it's making a rise, the underworld is making a rise again. But yeah, so just putting it out there. My Venus is in Capricorn. Okay, so Venus in Capricorn, I had an ex with Venus in Capricorn. You have to be very careful with Venus in Capricorn because when you love somebody, you love them hard, like extremely hard. So just make sure the person feels the same way about you before you fully commit, because I've seen, especially with my ex, I saw him, other exes he had, give himself fully to people that I think he deserves the best. I think he deserves to be with the best person on earth. But I feel as though he wanted the relationships more than they did, you know? That's just what I get from that. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, Brianne, but that's what I pick up. Venus and Capricorn. Venus and Capricorn, Venus and Scorpio are very like intense relationships. Yes, that's my downfall, over love. I've seen it. I've definitely seen it. So just make sure the person feels the same way about you, because you'll trust them completely. And sometimes people can take advantage of you. Okay, guys, this has been so fun. I might do a new moon one for similarly to this. So we'll see. If you guys are interested, please let me know. If you're watching replay, please let me know too. Please like the video. And thank you everybody that joined. Next week at 7:30, I'll have another live. I'm probably going to be doing Diddy Part 2, Diddy's Associates Part 2. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know in the comment section. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being a part of the community. Thank you for everything. Take care of yourselves. Take care.